You go and I guess I don't know if you can hear me. Probably. I think so. It does sound like the Superman theme. Okay, so your options are you've got messengers, and you always want the messengers on because this game is fucking boring without the messengers. There's there's real world and fantasy world, and you always want to play in the fantasy world. You don't hear the game? I thought you could hear the game. The other people can hear the game. Now, it's been I used to play this in like 1994. So I honestly can't remember almost anything. Ah, sorry. I love this fucking music, dude. You can specify the height and the width of the wall, but since this is the first castle, really, we're just gonna go with a really basic castle here. A big-time amateur mistake? Forgetting the... Ah! A most unexpected messenger arrives. I come from your brother, Prince Arthur, who wearies of his exile. His rebellion was long ago, sire, and he realizes that his crimes were unjust. Surely after 15 years you can show brotherly forgiveness and welcome him back to his home, which he longs for. Do you tell him to rot in exile? Forgive him if he pays a £500 fee, or pretend to forgive him, and have him murdered! I'm not gonna kill my own brother. I abhor you. Although what's interesting is there's no option to just outright forgive him. There's like, I either tell him to rot, or I have him pay me to come back, or just kill him. King Spoony is very thoughtful of this. I'll let Miles back. The messenger leaves but returns later with the fee. Your brother also makes a public apology to you. See? Oh, I forgot to specify if I wanted, the other things you can do is you can add arrow slits and cauldrons of hot lead to your walls, but since this is a beginning map, I guess we'll have to leave that part out. Okay, labor. This is where I forget how to really play this, because I don't remember what distribution. assign your workers. Oh, you can specify if I want the cauldrons or not. I can do it now. Well, I still won't do it. Let's see if I can hire more labor. Whoa, that's a lot of diggers. You receive a message from your brother, Prince Miles. Majesty, I understand that you're having a feast in honor of Count Reinhardt, who is visiting from Bretagne. As a demonstration of family reconciliation, the prince wishes to receive a formal invitation to attend. Do you allow him to do so? Allow him to do so, then have him murdered? Or refuse to allow him to attend? Why do I want to keep killing him? I'm gonna let Miles come. This is gonna be stuck in my head all week. Okay, and you can see your little men's here. They're working on the walls. I'm dancing in my chair. My bank is doing okay. Build that tower too. I could pay them more. I can't make them go faster unless I can make more guys if I offer to pay more. See, the towers are coming up. And from here, this is kind of tedious. This part is it's kind of interesting to allocate labor and figure out the best mix of what workers do what. And there's special kind of rules that dictate how the walls and castles are built, because you have to keep them stable. So you kind of have to erect sections of wall all at one time. Oh, what the fuck? What happened there? Hi, how you doing? Why did that wall get built short? Oh, he fell to his death. Oh, shit. Fucking idiot, look at that wall there. What the fuck is he thinking? God damn it. Berserk Celts on a suicide run. The enemy approaches. And here you just kind of, you put your archers on the walls, you put your dudes... Ah! Fucking Celts, die! See, that's real-time strategy back in 1994. Back to work. What the fuck is with that wall? I didn't do that. It's working time. No, I don't want to do oppressive taxes. This song does not suck. Who the fuck said that? And we're making walls, and we're doing towers. There's little horsies over here. And they got little buckets for climbing walls. Oh shit. You, stop building that tower. I fucked up. Oh, again with my brother. Your hat looks like a pincushion. Majesty, your brother understands that you're deeply troubled by the matter of the Bretagne succession. If he can be permitted to advise you on matters which he has great familiarity, he would advise you to put your trust in Charles of Classeau, a man who has far more power than any other in Bretagne, and will certainly win the dispute over the succession. You know, of course, that Charles has been harboring your brother for many years. Do I ignore his advice? Order him not to interfere in affairs of state, tell him that you'll do it, and ignore him. Then murder him! What about Torture! Yeah, there's no option to accept his advice. I'll tell him that I'll do it and ignore him. I'll get right on that, dude. He'll be glad to hear that he helped you, Majesty. Building castle theme. Got wheelbarrows. Building walls. Got a square castle. Unimaginative. I don't know how much food I need. That's the thing that's bugging me. Yes, I know this wall is lopsided. Fuck you, okay? I had that man fired and executed. Apparently I'm awesome. Oh, that's the name of the castle. It's awesome. Yeah, that guy who fell, I threw him off his fucking wall. I could speed this up. Hang on. There's no way to fix this either unless I tear it down. Yeah, this castle's gonna be kind of stunty. Usually, in later levels, you gotta do better. You gotta make more fortified castles. But I think this is gonna be... A messenger comes from the Duke of Beal in neighboring Bretagne. Sire Henry of Beal gives greeting to his brother of Albion. As your majesty knows, the upstart Charles of Clouseau claims the throne, which rightfully belongs to King Henry. Though Clouseau's claim is false, he has many soldiers and might triumph unless he's given aid. And Charles is no friend of Albion, having sheltered your brother who betrayed you 15 years ago. If you support King Henry, he will not forget it. Do I send him 300 pounds? Tell him that no aid is available? Or send him the Duke of Norshire? And then murder him! I'm going to tell him no aid is available. Alas, Majesty, I fear for my dear Bretagne. Farting trumpets here. Actually, more farting tubas. Oh. It's getting to be winter. The enemy approaches from the west. Prepare for battle! The enemy has arrived! The battle begins! Where are they at? There they are. Look at those little guys. Fighting their little hearts out. Back to work. Now we're working on things. Yeah. A messenger comes from the Duke of Beale and neighboring Bretagne. Sire Henry of Beale gives greetings to his brother of Albion. Majesty, the war goes badly. If we could have but a little aid now, we will triumph. If not, then the despot Charles shall gain our noble throne. Please give us 1,000 pounds. The situation is desperate. Do I send him 1,000 pounds? Tell him that no aid is available? Or send a messenger to Charles of Clouseau, recognizing his claim? Seems to me that, Majesty, that would be a terrible mistake. Look at this, it's coming along, huh? The building stops during winter. Huzzah! Oh, anyway. traveling company of actors comes for a visit. Who let this bum in my throne room? Majesty, we wish to perform before you. But 2 of our company have been excommunicated and the church forbids us from playing. I fear the bishop likes not our plays. But surely your majesty is willing to set aside the pride of these pompous clerics and allow us to perform for those who work so hard in your service. Do you? Permit them all to perform. Permit all but the excommunicated members to perform, or tell them to leave immediately. I want to know what kind of play they're performing. I'm gonna start the Protestant church. No, I don't know. I don't want to piss off my workforce. I'm gonna permit all but the excommunicated members to perform. I don't want to piss off the church either. Not yet. Food's still expensive. I'm too busy to sing. I'm the king, damn it. A messenger comes from the court of Charles of Clouseau. His Majesty King Charles of Bretagne is angered that you had dealings with the traitor Henry of B. I told him to piss off! Now that the traitor has been crushed on the battlefield, His Majesty demands that you renounce all support for the traitor Henry. Furthermore, that you renounce your ancient and cowardly claim to the lands of Bretagne, which are rightfully the domains of House of Clouseau. Do you ignore him, renounce all claims on Bretagne, or tell him to leave your presence while he still has a tongue? You, fuck off. How dare you speak this way to the messenger of Bretagne? I'm King Spoony! I am the King of England! Uh-oh. Okay, where they at? I'm waiting for this shit. I do? Oh, I got them all deployed. No, I don't. I could have just stalled that forever. Oh, my infantry got fucked up. I think I need to gear up. Receive a most unexpected message from the Prince of Gwynedd. Majesty, we have long been enemies. However, a new enemy has come to threaten to destroy us both. We've been under heavy assault by ogres who attack us in numbers that we did not think was possible. These monsters threaten us both. We must band together or they will destroy us all. Do you agree to the alliance? Agree if they pay 500 pounds in compensation for past damages, or refuse an alliance. And murder him! Everyone wants me to extort them for money. We should have known better. The only thing important to the ruler of Albion is his treasury. I hope you must spend much to defend yourself from the ogres. Yeah, we'll see, douchebag. You should have paid me. I gotta get that money. King Spoony gots to get paid! Why are there no workers? It says there's no workers. It must be because I'm still hiring. Let me see. No, I got the workers. Oh, I know why. I got too many workers. I got guys who are working for me but not qualified to work on the walls. Meaning I got like diggers and quarrymen. This is where the balance comes into play, the worker balance. Stop working on that. messenger arrives from Bretagne. A message to the ruler of Albion from King Charles of Bretagne. The Duke of Westhampton owns sizable estates in Bretagne. As gesture of your goodwill, the king demands that they be turned over immediately to his majesty. As the Duke's liege lord, we demand that you order him to surrender these lands. If looks could kill, the members of the Westhampton family that are present would be put on trial for murder. Do you demand that you be compensated, demand the Duke be compensated, or refuse to willingly give up the lands? This guy's pissing me off. Compensate my ass. I'll compensate him with a sword. I should not have expected courtesy from thieves. In any case, the king shall have his property back, with or without your consent. Fuck that guy. Fuck him, silly. Carters complain they need 50 pounds for new carts. Give it to them? Yes. The enemy approaches from the south. Oh no! They broke my fucking gates. Those assholes. Hungry rats eat at your food reserve. I should have done that better. I should have had my guys outside the walls. I fucked up. Oh shit. And here I fucked up the game. I'm broke. The bishop enters to bring up matter of great concern. I'm broke, bishop. I have been informed that you willingly allowed 2 traveling performers who were excommunicated to perform before you. Is this true? Do you admit it and apologize, deny it, or refuse to answer? Well, I didn't make him do it. I didn't do it. Fuck his couch. I had too many guys on the payroll. This is getting hard. Get these walls up. Receive a message from one of your fortresses in eastern Gwynedd. Majesty, we've been attacked by ogres! We know not how they came to attack us, only that we barely managed to beat off their assault. We need help! Do you send a message to Prince Llewellyn to seek an alliance? Or to the Duke of Westhampton to scour the countryside? Or ignore it! Send the Duke of Westhampton. Get these outer walls built, please, guys. Ugh. Fuck's sake. Charge! Oh, my brave army has fallen. Archers, do something! Yay! Scaffold collapses. 10 carpenters killed. A messenger comes from the Duke of Westhampton. We've had our first battle against the ogres. It was a success, but I fear we have only faced a fraction of their total forces. Might I suggest an alliance with the Prince of Gwynedd? While I have little regard for him, at least he is human and not totally a savage. I think I kind of pissed him off. He's gonna tell me to fuck off. You know he will. Someone has been spreading scandalous gossip about me. Who? Who the fuck was it? Was it you? Banzai. I'll have your skin nailed to the wall, you French bastard! Boats are expensive. I don't want to dig one yet. Uh-oh, something's about to happen. Or my game is locked up. What's happened? Uh-oh. The world has ended. That's never happened before. The French have hired time-freezing wizards. I will have this game murdered. I think we all know whose fault this is. Well, fuck. Well, much like The Sopranos, I guess this little project ends with just a sudden defeat. It's a black screen. I did. I got deep wanged. Well, anyway, that's Castles. I used to play that a lot. And it's really not that exciting a game. I mean, you saw it. You do that. That's all you do is you lay out a blueprint, you assign workers, and that's kind of it. The real draw of it is the choose your own adventure. I love the game for the choose your own adventure king segments where you make choices and see how the story plays out. Oh, hang on. I forgot to log into Skype. Hang on a second. Right now, I'm asking Brad Jones if he wants to do that thing where we bitch about Transformers. Okay, he says he does. I don't know if I'll be able to do it logged into here. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it. I'll put it up on the website if I get. Let me ask him. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it, but if we do it, I'll definitely put it up. I was gonna do it yesterday. I wasn't in the mood. I was really burned out. I don't know why. I watched I have to take notes for my Final Fantasy X-2 footage. I have to make time code notes so I know everything is. It makes it easier in editing, but I had to go through all my footage of Final Fantasy. I did like 6 hours yesterday. I tried to do a bunch today, but the power went out. Hello? Hang on a second. Hang on. Okay, I can hear you now. I wonder if my I'm streaming right now. I wonder if they can hear you. Say something.
Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, stream. Can you hear can you hear Brad? You can. Really?
Nice. I never get that right on the first try.
They say, well, they say barely. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can make them louder.
I might be able to make my microphone louder. If I can. Oh, okay. I'm not usually on this version of Skype. I'm on the laptop.
Hang on. I wonder if.
One, two, I can. Oh, okay. I can.
Oh, hang on. I think I lost you.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
You can hear me now?
Yeah. Okay, we might get a little. I hope this doesn't happen. You're playing through my speakers now, so I hope I don't
Okay.
get this thing where I hear you and we kind of get this echo effect. Hopefully.
It's fine. You're playing through mine. You're playing through mine as well. My headphone.
Okay.
My headphone cords are always so fucking long that I end up accidentally running them over and killing them.
Okay. Okay. Well, for those of you who are joining this debate late, I don't know how you could have possibly missed it. I'm here with Brad Jones, he of the Cinema Snob and Paranoia fame, and we both independently went to midnight screenings of Transformers: Bark at the Moon, and
Oh man, yours was a midnight too.
oh yeah.
Oh nice.
You're braver than me though. You went to see a 3D.
I go see them in 3D. Not that there's very few movies that I actually want to see in 3D. Like stuff like Drive Angry, I want to see in 3D because I know that's just they're gonna throw shit at the camera and that'll be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like this, I could just fucking care less about 3D. But I go see them in 3D because I know people want to see me bitch about it, and I know some people are gonna want to see it in 3D. So I figure, well, I guess I can say whether or not it's any good. Also, it doesn't give me headaches, so I don't mind going to see something in 3D if I have to.
Even if it didn't, 2.5 hours would have ended me. That's a lot to put your brain through. It really is.
The most I got a headache recently out of seeing something in 3D was the Green Lantern, and it wasn't necessarily because of the Green Lantern. It was because of the Conan trailer right before it that was in 3D, but kept showing big flashes of light that it was throwing at the screen. And I got a headache from that did not fucking go away throughout all of the fucking Green Lantern.
Well, okay, let me ask you that then, because it doesn't bother you then. I just can't watch it because I can't. But
You're right.
was it any good? Was the 3D any good? Because sometimes
The 3D, it was that kind of Avatar atmospheric 3D. The movie is clearly shot in 3D. It doesn't look like a conversion. It doesn't look like a cheap conversion, and it's bright, so you don't have a situation like Pirates 4 where some of it was shot in 3D, but it's dark as shit, so you can't tell.
Yeah.
So it looked fine. If you like that kind of 3D, you're gonna like the 3D in Transformers.
Yeah. I wish I had something more interesting to put on the video stream other than I have nothing to put up there except this directory. I'm probably just going to black it out. Hang on a second, guys. Yeah, you're going to see black. All right. Well, I don't want to repeat myself, and I'm sure you don't, but what I noticed was you were much angrier. I was just kind of weary.
I was fucking pissed off. And it wasn't because I thought it was going to be good. I knew it wasn't going to be fucking good. I was more pissed off at this one than I was at the second one.
See, yeah, that's what I noticed is you are where I was at Transformers 2 because I was pissed at Transformers 2.
I can tell you exactly why I was more pissed off at this one. And it isn't necessarily that I think this one was worse, although... when I saw Transformers 2, I knew everything that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I knew about the pot brownie shit. I knew about the balls. I knew about the jockstrap with Totoro. I knew about Skids and Mudflap. Really, when I went to go see Transformers 2, it was like I'd already seen it. I knew everything that was going to happen. It was fucking terrible and long and a waste of fucking time. but I knew what was going to happen. In Transformers 3, oh no, I wasn't predicting the deep Wang shit.
Well, you know what, though? You know what the funny thing is? What I finally realized with these movies is really, it's the same movie.
It is.
Every one of these movies, Transformers 1, 2, and 3, and I'm not just boiling it down to, oh, giant robots fight and Shia LaBeouf's an asshole. You could boil it down to that, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, basically, plot point for plot point, these movies are the exact same movie. All of them. So there's some ancient secret from the past, and the Decepticons are trying to reveal it, and Shia LaBeouf and John Turturro uncover it from the secret archives of the U.S. history, and then they fight it out, and that's over. You know, there are no surprises here. It's essentially the same flick.
That's what I felt, and it's hard for me to really compare. It's hard for me to really compare the sequels to the first one because there's not that much. I only saw the first one once. It was when I saw it in the theater. There's not a great. I remember more about the second one, especially since I recently watched it on a Riff Tracks. Mm-hmm. But in comparing the second one and the third one, it's the same movie. Especially in setup, you have the first 45 minutes that are Shia LaBeouf's fucking shenanigans that have nothing to do with anything. And this one, it's him looking for a job.
Oh, I lost his shit. You know, seriously, if I'm reading the script, like if somebody is pitching me the script, and it's Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon, and I read a montage of Shia LaBeouf working in a mailroom. Okay, I throw the script in your face. Okay, why is Shia LaBeouf in a fucking mailroom in a Transformers movie?
And why is John Malkovich his boss?
and just really, like, John Malkovich, he must have some kind of gambling debts or something.
Between this and Jonah Hex?
Yeah, because he looks ashamed to be here. Like, he's kind of hamming it up, but, like... Yeah. He's another one of those characters where you could have cut him out entirely and nothing would have changed.
Yeah.
Literally nothing.
It was like an extended Rainn Wilson in the second movie.
Yeah,
Rainn Wilson was only in that one scene, but it's the same. You have this authority figure to the beginning part of Shia LaBeouf's shenanigans. It's the same thing. I mean, John Malkovich is in this movie more than Rainn Wilson was in the second movie, but he's still just as fucking useless.
Well, there's this really weird scene where he shows up at Shia's apartment, and he's like, "Can I see one?" And he's like, "Yeah, real fast." And he comes in and he starts like fucking wrestling Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And like, what the fuck is that?
He tickles him. He's tickling him with some kind of. I was trying to explain this to Jillian, and I was having a hard fucking time because she's like, "What do you mean, Bumblebee? Like with his fingers? He's tickling you?" And I'm like, no. Bumblebee, he has some kind of vent on his hand that I guess emits tickle rays or something.
You got more out of that than I did because that whole scene was just like. He's playing grab ass with Bumblebee for like 2 minutes, and like
I got more out of it because it was in 3D for me.
You know what? You know what it was they were trying to get John Turturro's exposition. They were trying to explain the whole Dark of the Moon thing.
Yeah.
You know, the whole cover up, and they were trying to give you something funny to look at while the exposition's getting out of the way. It's basically jingling keys in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, and I caught what you had mentioned too about why his loft has to be so big that for later scenes you can fit Bumblebee inside of it.
Yeah. Okay, but back to what I said about this being the same movie. And a lot of people said that Skids and Mudflap are not in this movie. But they are.
Might as well fucking be. Yeah.
Like, no. They're like this big controversy. Like people were saying like we can see him in the background. It doesn't matter if you can see him in the background or not.
Yeah.
Skids and Mudflap are in this movie. They're just not the same guys.
It's Joe Pesci bot.
It's the Joe Pesci bot and fucking Beavis.
Yeah.
They're Skids and Mudflap. They're every bit as offensive.
Yeah. They're saying they're honestly saying the same type of lines that Skids and Mudflap would be saying, and also the same thing with his girlfriend in the movie is fucking Megan Fox.
Oh,
I
I would highly question if they changed the draft at all. If they did, seriously, like they wrote Megan Fox's character in, and then when they dumped her, they just replaced the names. You know?
They replaced the name and they added like one line where he's like, "Oh, my previous girlfriend dumped me."
Yeah.
But he and this girl are in this like they've been together for a long time.
Yeah, and so they've got this huge history, and Shia's all talking like, "Oh, she's the one, like she's the one for me. I love her so much," and I'm like, you haven't earned this, you know.
I'm sorry, you cut out there. I'm
sorry.
Can you still hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like I'm sorry. About the last 10 seconds you cut
out. What I was saying was, they've got this whole history, and he's going like, "I love her so much, I'd do anything for her," and you haven't earned this, you know, like. We haven't seen this develop at all.
She's the one. and then they add in the thing where he's going to propose to her at the end.
Yeah. When I thought seriously, we already got that out of the way in the second movie, but whatever.
Did he propose to her in the second one? I couldn't.
I think she proposed to him.
Oh well, yeah. I guess if you're with Shia LaBeouf, that's what's going to happen.
But what the problem is, though, it really weakens his character. If you think about, if you even care about Shia's character, it makes him completely unrelatable. For instance, in the first movie, he's meant to be just like a normal kid, all right? Yeah. And he kind of meets this Megan Fox character who's way out of his league.
Yeah.
And circumstances throw them together, and things happen. But now he's with literally a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah.
For no reason. So this is something that no person can ever relate to, because he's got this unbelievable woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes it a step up from, because I felt that way about him in the second one, but this one takes it beyond that. The shit that he's whining about in this fucking movie, it takes it beyond that. Like the first one, it was like, we're supposed to feel sorry for the guy who has this sweet car that turns into a robot, and he's embarrassed by this. And the second one, where
that was the worst part of 2. That was the part that pissed me off more than anything at 2. Is he yells at Bumblebee.
He does in this one too.
Like all the fucking time he's yelling at Bumblebee. He's like, "How dare you save my life from the Decepticons, you fucking car!"
Yeah. And after he yells for Bumblebee to save his ass.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Bumblebee, this isn't working out. I don't want you around. I don't need a cool car in college."
Yeah.
You know, fuck you in your car, man. I'll walk in college. But he's just fucking abusive to this guy, and that's another thing we don't really believe is his friendship with Bumblebee, because he treats Bumblebee like fucking shit.
He treats all of them like shit in the third one. The first thing we see in the third one is I can't remember if it's Beavis bot or Joe Pesci bot, but one of them, he straight up kicks.
Yeah, he's like slapping the shit out of him. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing on my couch? Get the fuck off!" And like, he's like, they're treating us. We're advanced creatures from another planet, you know.
He's got serious fucking anger, like serious fucking anger problems in the third movie.
Yeah, his character has evolved in this flick. He's not that kind of stuttering asshole he was in the previous 2 movies. He's a fucking mean bastard in this movie.
Whether he's yelling at Patrick Dempsey, or he's beating the shit out of that car that he has.
Yeah.
Whether he's pounding on the steering wheel, or that one shot where I swear it's like a 20-second shot of him kicking the engine in the car.
Oh yeah. Well, that's can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Sorry. There's that scene where you can tell it's written in the script. Sam kicks the car in frustration, but Michael Bay's on the set like, "Torture this gag. Let's just extend it and torture it beyond all fucking recognition." So he's just like, kick it for like a minute, Shia.
I've rarely seen so little joy in a character that's kind of slapsticky. I've rarely seen such an angry joyless character that does so much pratfalls like he does in this, because it's not like watching a typical slapstick performance. He's a psychologically angry fucking character, and it's so out of place in the movie, like with the watch, the part where he has the watch.
Well, it wants to have it both ways. It wants to show that Shia is evolving into kind of they want to put forward that Sam is a driven, frustrated guy. Like, I told you the Decepticons were coming and you wouldn't listen, like... It shows that he's trying to have some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, initiative, some kind of, like, aggression. But it really comes across as him just being whiny and douchey,
Yeah. Yeah, because he alone saved the world.
Oh, I couldn't believe... Yeah, he's like, I saved the world. You know that? Like,
yeah, he says to Malkovich, I think?
Oh, anybody who listen.
Well, there was one instance, I can't remember if it was to Malkovich or someone else he was working with, but he said something like, "You don't know this, but I've saved your life twice."
Oh yeah, he's like, I saved your asses twice. I saved your asses, and nobody knows this, but I can't talk about it. I'm like, you didn't do shit.
He didn't do shit. If I remember right about the second movie, they're looking for him because of the Allspark, but it turns out that there was two of them, or something, to where what they were looking for with Shia LaBeouf's character, they also found somewhere else, which completely made his character.
Oh, that was two. That was two. Where
that's what I mean. Yeah,
he had a shard of the Allspark in his clothes, but the army also had one in a bunker.
That's it. Yeah.
So it didn't even matter that he had this thing. They just got the one out of the bunker.
Yeah, and in this one, he is just a messenger in this movie, but he's even more irrelevant to this movie than he was in the other fucking movies. In this movie, all he's doing is, aside from the part with the watch where they're kind of using him to get information out of Optimus, that's like 5 minutes out of the fucking movie, and they break the mood with it with all the slapstick that he's doing.
Yeah, but guess what they learn out of that whole subplot? Nothing.
Nothing. Not yet.
It doesn't even add up to anything,
Oh yeah, because he's like, Optimus, I need to know what your plan is.
We're just pissing off, dude. Fuck this planet. And Sam's like, okay.
That's another thing that drives me nuts about these fucking movies, because they did this in the second one too, where the Decepticons, the military, the U.S. government is so scared that the Decepticons are going to start shit that they want to get rid of the Autobots.
Yeah.
They did that shit in the second one too, and they do it here to where they want to launch them back up into space.
Yeah. Well, that was the other thing. Is like, they even bring up, that was another thing that Michael Bay really exploited, was the immigration issue, because you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Because they even used the words like, we're deporting the Autobots.
Yeah.
So apparently deporting them from the United States means launching them in a fucking rocket into the outer space.
We don't care what fucking planet they go to.
Wouldn't have fucking ruled if Optimus Prime was like, very well, we will leave your country and set up base in Canada.
That would have been fucking great.
Optimus Prime fucking airbrushes a maple leaf on his chest, like.
Lord knows he'd be more well received over there, because everyone seems to fucking everyone in the fucking government seems to hate him.
Check it out. Transformers, roll out and play hockey. And check it out, it's Optimus Prime, eh?
Hey, they will make a fucking movie out of the hockey bots. They're already making one for Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh yeah, the Hugh Jackman robot.
Which, of course, it showed that trailer before.
Hey, what's the over-under in that movie of having a robot that kind of deploys Wolverine claws?
Yeah.
And, like, Jackman's going to look at it like, really? Snicked.
Mm-hmm. But, this one, too, in that talking about how it's basically the same structure as the second one. The whole last hour of the movie is a fight sequence.
Yeah,
is an
well,
action sequence.
it's the same thing in 2,
Yeah.
where the last basically 45 minutes was that extended desert sequence.
Yeah, in this one it's just Chicago.
Now, I did think this was better structured than the desert sequence.
It was better to look at.
It was
I'll
it
give
was
that.
more interesting to look at, but it just focused
didn't-
it focused on the humans too much. I keep hammering on this, and I'm sorry, but it did. Like,
In all of these movies, they've been supporting character. The bots have been supporting characters in their own goddamn franchise.
yeah, and I really I think that's what makes me more mad than anything is I don't know how you fuck this up.
Yeah.
You know, like you seriously, that shit we were talking about where the Autobots go to Canada and play hockey.
Yeah.
That's a more interesting movie.
Because it's actually about the bots.
It's about the robots doing shit.
Yeah, it's actually about the bots. It's they're in Canada, they're playing hockey, but we haven't thrown in any fucking human characters into that. That synopsis right there, at least the Transformers are the stars in that story.
You could see Optimus Prime being like, "We have to understand these humans. I understand here in Canada they play a sport known as hockey." And then like you do like a Top Gun game montage where they play hockey.
Yeah.
And then you have you have Decepticons attack, and then there's your movie. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, the bots in this movie are where any fucking reasonable emotion even comes from, because I probably did like the Chicago fight in this better than I liked the desert one, because that actually was kind of, I actually was interested in what was going to happen there when it looked like Bumblebee was going to get shot in the back of the head, execution style.
I don't know why I believe that moment any more than I believed this. One of the segments that frustrated me a lot was the scene where they get launched into space and the Decepticons blow the shuttle up.
Yeah.
Because nobody bought that.
Oh, no.
Nobody was like, "Oh shit, the Autobots are dead." And it's not even one of those false moments where like I can't even think of a comparable moment where it's like a false, like the heroes are apparently dead and you're like, "Oh no," but really that nobody really believed that Optimus Prime went up in that shuttle.
No, and it's same with the second one too, where no one fucking believed that Optimus Prime was dead in that forest fight.
And that moment was such an emotional dud for me. Not just because I was pissed off at the imagery and the symbolism for deportation to immigration. I was really pissed off at the fact they evoked memories of the Challenger explosion.
I caught that too.
Oh, fuck's sake!
We both fucking caught that.
Fuck's sake! But nobody, like, I actually, when that happened, I looked around to see if anyone, because even the guys who were really buying the plot hook, line, and sinker when the Decepticons plot was revealed, and they were actually, like, stunned, they were, like, really surprised by what the Decepticons plan was. I looked around at the same crowd when the Autobots supposedly died, and nobody was buying it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the guy sitting next to me was he was when it got to the fight at the end, he was literally sitting there on the edge of his seat.
Oh yeah,
fucking face put up on his knuckles and shit like that. Yeah, the audience, the fucking audience of this movie, God, fucking ate this fucking shit sandwich up.
Oh yeah, well, and like I said, they weren't. See, the thing is, though, they weren't. The stuff,
audience?
Yeah, the stuff they ate up was Optimus Prime being badass.
The audience that I saw it with laughed out loud, uproariously at every single piece of comic relief and juvenile joke in this movie.
Mine were laughing, but they weren't like rolling in the aisle. Like, it was mainly the gross out humor that got them, and that was just more kind of a, oh shit, really kind of reaction. Like when that guy whipped the papers out of his scrot and like rubbed him in his face.
Oh yeah. Oh, Deep Wang.
Yeah, when Deep Wang was doing that, like, he couldn't have carried that in his pocket. He couldn't have carried it in his fucking sock. He couldn't have
he had to stick it in his gooch.
He couldn't have had a suitcase or anything. No, he had to store these fucking papers near his Deep Wang. and rub them in his face because that's funny.
My audience was mostly teenagers. Was mostly pretty young. So they weren't laughing ironically. They weren't laughing just at certain parts in it. They ate this. They seriously ate this fucking movie up.
It's shit like this that makes me wonder if movies have kind of left me by. Like no, it's like I consider myself a comedic actor or a guy who writes comedy. Yeah. I put a lot of effort into it. You know, like when I write comedy, I don't think you guys even know it takes effort. It takes writing skills to, you know, turn phrases that are funny and tell funny jokes.
Yeah.
Does really all it take is for me to pull something out of my scrotum and rub it in someone's face? Is really the because
if you want to get the Michael Bay audience, then yes.
I mean, Jesus Christ, I just it really depresses me as a writer.
Well, it's all about context. It's all about fucking context, which these movies don't have. What was the fucking Alan Tudyk shit? Where he was a gay ninja?
Oh, he's gay. Get it? Because he wears flowers. He's fucking gay.
As if we wouldn't have fucking noticed that he was gay.
No, we couldn't have any subtlety. We seriously, subtlety is not in the repertoire here. You know, it's. We literally have to have the guy have a lispy accent, come out there dressed in flowers and sequins with a little handkerchief in his hand. And what can I do for you? You know,
that's exactly what I was fucking thinking of. I'm like, really? Oh, we're going back to this again? To the Surge from Beverly Hills Cop?
Surge was more subtle.
Surge was a lot more subtle, not so much in the third one.
Fucking Bronson Pinchot was subtle compared to this.
Oh yeah, completely. That's actually probably a bad example. The third Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh well, so fuck much. That movie anyway.
but there's if we're talking Surge from that one, yeah, okay. Okay, the guy from Beastmaster 2.
He was more subtle.
Oh, he was more subtle than this guy. I can't. Thinking of very stereotypically gay characters of the past, I can't think of one
worse than this.
Yeah. Off the top of my head.
Wow. There probably are some, just in terms of really shitty comedies. Like, I'm sure I've seen shitty comedies that have had way goofier gay characters.
Well, like, yeah, because like the guy, some shit on TV, you'll see that a lot. Like
Rush Hour. Somebody says Rush Hour 2 in the chat. I don't know. I can't remember a gay character in Rush Hour 2, but I'm sure they were there.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't fucking remember, but
people say like. At first, I was kind of backing down on the fact this was less offensive in terms of racism, but thinking about it, it is at least as offensive in terms of like latent racism, jingoism, sexism. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
this is one of the most misogynistic movies I've ever seen in my life. And we get fucking gynecological with that Victoria's Secret model.
The first scene after the fucking credits. Like, I'm sitting there in the opening scene, I'm kind of like, I know this is going to go south. I know it is, but at least this opening scene is kind of, I mean, I'm kind of interested in what's going on here with the moon landing and everything. Like okay, I'll just see where this goes. This goes south fucking fast. After the fucking credits, after the fucking title, it goes from moon landing, Nixon,
ass.
Title screen to ass, to her 3D ass right there on screen. And then Shia LaBeouf in bed, kicking around his robots and bitching because he doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
And his fucking parents.
Those two are. I hate those two so much.
The fucking parents. It's like what you guys said in your review. He thinks we like these characters. he thinks that the only problem with the second movie was Skids and Mudflap. That was the only problem with the second movie.
Well, even the stuff I complimented, I'm backing down from a little bit because I said the characters we care about are the Autobots.
Yeah,
but when you think about it, the character we care about is Optimus Prime.
And I cared about Bumblebee.
But name, like, what character does he have? He doesn't say a fucking word.
He doesn't, but he still certainly has more character than the humans, certainly.
Like Ironhide? Do I know shit about Ironhide? No.
I couldn't tell you anything about Ironhide in this.
But let's name off the other Autobots. We got the Wreckers.
Yeah.
And who else?
I can't fucking tell you.
I can't name another one.
I don't.
Oh, the Japanese scientist one.
Oh yeah. The old man looking one.
Yeah.
With, like, the little glasses and shit.
Yeah. But that's the thing is though, like, they don't have characters.
No, they don't. And it sucks because I watched the show here and there when I was a kid. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of these characters, which makes these movies suck ass.
Yeah, but like the only way you can tell them apart that you know anything about these characters is they have different accents.
Yeah,
that's it.
This one. I will say this about this one: when characters had accents in this, I mean, they had accents for no fucking reason whatsoever. When a couple of them in this movie had accents, they just sort of had accents. I mean, it didn't get with some of the. I mean, not with all of them, but with some of them, they didn't get too terribly stereotypical with it. Some of them they did, but there were some where they just happened to have an accent.
But like, really, the only defining character of Joe Pesci Bot is he sounds like Joe Pesci. The only defining character of the Wreckers is they sound like Scotsmen, and that's a fucking conundrum, by the way, is why the NASCAR robots sound like Scotsmen.
See, that I didn't even I found out about that after I saw the. Which fucking tells you how confusing this fucking thing was to watch and how shitty the characters are. I didn't know that that's who the NASCAR bots were until we did the review in the car. I saw the NASCAR bots. I heard the voices of the Scottish ones. I didn't know they were the same fucking characters.
The only Decepticon that, other than Megatron, I have any knowledge of is Starscream.
Yeah.
And he actually has a character in that he's a whimpering sycophant.
Yeah.
Like, I actually understand his character. But that's only because I know enough of Transformers the movie, the animated one, to know about Megatron and Starscream.
And Megatron I barely recognize most of the time in this movie.
Because he got his head all split open.
That was how I started noticing him whenever he kind of popped up, was that half of his fucking head was gone. But there would be times where I'd have to look at him for a little bit anyway to even notice it was him.
They have always done such a bad job of differentiating the Decepticons from each other.
I can't tell the fucking difference between them. Megatron would be in a shot with another one. I couldn't tell you which one was Megatron if it was a far enough away shot. I couldn't tell you who was fucking Megatron. They're all a mass of gray, of gears, and the way they transform in all of these fucking movies, there's no rhyme or reason to how these things transform at all. They're just a mess of metal gears.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that way, though. And I think I know what they were thinking, because the Autobots, for the most part, have color.
Yeah.
But I think they wanted the Decepticons to be kind of uniform so you could tell the good guys from the bad guys. But even in that, they fail.
It doesn't work because some of the Decepticons are actually supposed to be characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
It doesn't work when they all look exactly the fucking same.
But even I think Ironhide is basically gray.
Yeah.
So, like, even one of the Autobots looks like a Decepticon.
Because that confused me in the Mexican standoff scene.
In
the Mexican standoff scene, it took me a second to realize that Because at first it sort of looked like a couple of Decepticons were pointing guns at each other.
I've actually seen a movie where that happened. Not Decepticons, but like it was like a Jackie Chan movie where the bad guys end up pointing guns at each other. Like there's a Mexican standoff, and they're like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And they just throw their guns down and start fighting. But
Nice.
but the only Decepticon I recognized, like even Starscream, when Shia LaBeouf killed Starscream, I didn't know that was Starscream.
No, neither did I.
I thought it was, but I couldn't be sure.
Oh, I had no fucking idea. Again, I don't have like an encyclopedic knowledge of this show, but that shouldn't, in good writing, that shouldn't fucking matter.
You need to, especially when that's, like, this isn't the first movie they've made. The first movie I made this complaint.
Yeah.
You know, and at some point they need to realize, Jesus Christ, people can't tell our opponents apart, or